Have you ever wondered what life would be like on a larger planet? A world 2, 3, or even 10 times the size of Earth standing on the surface of our planet looks like a vast, heavy, inspiring landscape stretching as far as the eye can see. But in the grand scheme of our universe, Earth is a very, very small place, even in our solar system, which pales in comparison to galaxies, nebulas, and clusters of stars. Earth is diverted by the gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn of 8 planets. In our solar system, Earth is the fourth smallest. But what if the Earth grew 10 times larger? Is that even possible? In 2016, a NASA spacecraft began wandering through space, exploring the countless celestial celestial bodies scattered throughout our known universe. While searching for new stars and black holes, NASA discovered a number of massive, massive rocky planets called super Earths. These planets, like Earth, have solid surface orbit around nearby stars and maintain some sorts of atmospheres, though they are smaller than most gas giants. Super Earths can range from 2 to 10 times the size of our planet. So scientists began to wonder how would our evaluation and history have changed on a longer ball of rocky. What would life look like on a super planet 10 times the mass of Earth? Let's start with the basic and assume the large new Earth as the same density as the Earth you live on the today. Okay, larger planets create a greater gravitational force. So if the Earth grew 10 times more massive, you would immediately notice a change in the surface gravity. We won't dive too deep into the math, but if you weighted 150 pounds on Earth, you would weigh about 323 pounds on a planet 10 times as massive. Imagine trying to carry twice your body weight. Your muscles may not be strong enough. Almost everyone would struggle to run, walk, or even stand. The population would become immobile, and our environment would not fare any better. Buildings would crumble under their own weight. Forests full of towering trees would splinter and fall, unable to support their own branches. This substantial change in gravity could bring our world to a crashing halt. But what if human had always lived on a planet 10 times the size of Earth? What if we rewrote the history of our planet, changing this one important variable? What would the world look like today? Let's start with living organisms. What would life look like on a larger planet? Thanks to an increase in gravity, organisms may shrink downward and expand outward. The tallest trees would grow. The tallest tree would grow wide and strongly. Flowers blooms on thick stems far broader than the ones you see on Earth. Animals would look even stranger. They had evolved heavy, powerful legs, even with stronger legs. Animals would move slowly, no more zipping around at 50 miles per hour, no more falcon's nose diving out of sky. So, what about humans? Like every other species over our bodies, okay, would transform drastically. Theoretically, imagine Humans following one of two paths. If we evolved as predators, we may become dense and stocky, almost like bears. If we evolved as peaceful gatherers, we may stay light and thin like a deer. If humans changed shaped, our society would follow. Let's assume humans on a larger planet grow short and wide doorways may stand 4 feet tall. A five-story building would be roughly the size of a house on Earth. Many modern luxuries might not exist on a super planet. Air travel is a big one. The increase in gravity would would make flying far more difficult. For the same reason, space space travel would be nearly impossible. Current estimates suggest even a 50 increase in the Earth radius would make rockets unfeasible. But if you multiply Earth's mass by 10, the radius would increase by over 100%. Satellites, space station, and moon landings would never happen. Our society may be stuck on the ground, but it's not all bad news. Think it about how much more space we would have to expand. Earth has a surface area of 197 million square miles. Think on the super Earth we would have over 900 million square miles to explore. Humans would encounter news and existing natural wonders. Mountains ranges Dawarfeng, the Himalayas, deep seas, reefs spanning the thousands of miles, deserts, rainforests, and icy continents waiting to be discovered. But there's one big question we forgot the ask. We know that life would evolve differently on a larger planet, but would life even exist in the first place? A super Earth faces many challenges. A smaller planet does not take interstellar collisions. Over the years, Earth has narrowly avoided a number of cosmic catastrophes. A large, a large planet would not be so lucky. It would attract many more cosmic bodies. Any one of those collisions could sterilize life as we know it. To make matters worse, our Earth has a molten core composed of liquefied metal. Those metals preserve the Earth's magnetic field. This field protects the surface from dangerous solar wind. If our planet grew 10 times, think more massive, the core would changes from a liquid to a solid. A solid core would weaken the Earth's magnetic field. Okay, exposing the planet to those devastating solar wind. Just look at the barren surface of Mars. That what happen when solar winds scrape away a planet's surface. A larger core also creates extra energy which gets trapped inside the planet. When solar winds scrape away a planet's surface, a larger core also creates extra energy which gets trapped inside the planet. That energy needs some way to escape the interior of the planet, so it bursts from the surface through volcanic eruptions. Over time, these eruptions would increase global temperatures. Okay, scientists don't know how high the temperatures would climb, but most organisms would not survive. Imagine somehow life forms brave the heat and solar winds. Would a larger Earth satisfy the basic requirements for life? Many rocky planets in our universe contain water. These aqua planets house gigantic oceans which stretch across the surface. A larger planet may have water, but it may be uninhabitable. Thanks to its high surface temperature, a super Earth may turn into a vapor planet. The water would evaporate into the atmosphere, creating a planet covered in steam. If the Earth were filled with hot vapor, life would not stand a chance. Our planet may be one of the smallest members of our solar system, but if the Earth was any bigger, we might not be alive today. We might not be alive today. Okay, thanks to all who listen me.